Gangs. Why they painted the narrative that gangs are bad, and we rolling with it. The news has painted the narrative that gangs are bad. They advertise it. They put it in entertainment. That is bad. But then you got the Boy Scouts. They that's a gang, but they it's good, right? You got the police officers. That's a gang. That's good, right? Okay, so let me just go right into this. Gangs were created to keep teenagers and kids safe. They had leaders that were well organized and they were respected and they had control of their blocks, their areas to keep peace in neighborhoods. That's why gangs were created. However, authorities flooded the communities with drugs and they infiltrated the gangs and put people inside of the gangs that changed everything. And then they made it about drugs. And then gangs became split. And you had different units and you had different people going against each other because you had the ones that still were about peace and they didn't want drugs in the gang. But then you had the ones that were infiltrated and that were influenced by law enforcement to push these drugs. Undercover law enforcement. Hey, let me get that correct. And that's what really caused it. But gangs was never created to be bad. Gangs were created to protect, serve the community. You know, does that sound familiar? Make sure our neighborhoods are safe. Switched around now. But are the police officers serving and making sure our neighborhoods are safe? Seems to me that crime is sky high in all ghetto communities. And there's way more killing because the gangs are being controlled and restricted by law enforcement agencies. And they're locking them up. So there's no structure on the streets. Crime went up. And the police officers are not protecting our neighborhood. So I'm out. Gangs are not bad. They were created for good purposes.